I'm Nell.
And I'm KJ. And we're the hosts of Millennial Talk.
Disney news. This is not like new, but it's like it was like 3 weeks ago. 3-4 weeks ago.
But the news,
like
this news came out this week.
But like, the news about everything, like the whole story came out this week.
And that's why we haven't talked about it yet, because we wanted to wait until more information came out before we decided to speak on it. So here you go.
God.
So we were going to be talking about Demi Lovato.
Okay.
So she recently, not recently, well, I guess it's still recent. It happened within the month. Or last month. In between. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Basically, she OD'd.
She OD'd. And she OD'd on
oxycodone and fentanyl.
Laced in fentanyl.
Laced with fentanyl. My jaw was on the ground. I wish we had been recording my reaction when I heard that.
She was like...
Because fentanyl is such a big deal. Like, I guess because of the kind of work that I do, it's something that I see very often. And to see that happen to somebody that's, like, in the spotlight, in the limelight, it's like, wow, like that. Like, when they said that she OD'd, like, I'm thinking, like, she must have just been using a lot of stuff and just being real reckless and
then
whatnot.
at first they said it was heroin.
Yeah. Well, and now I see why. Because fentanyl and heroin are both opiates. And they both basically do the same thing.
And then there's the same letter.
Yeah, so it's now I understand why they said it was heroin. It might as well have been heroin. It's also almost the same thing. But it's like, to see that happen to her, it's like fentanyl is one of those things that can really take you out. Like, it's not like a little bit of like PCP or, you know, a little bit of meth here and there. Not saying that those aren't
PCP?
It's like that psychedelic drug.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up.
Almost
like acid.
Yeah, I was gonna say acid. It's like
so not saying that those drugs are not bad. Like, don't do drugs, kids. I'm not saying that those are bad, but like heroin and like fentanyl and like all the different
they can put you down.
What do they call?
There's a little drug ladder, and that's the ladder you don't want to hit.
Not metabolites. That's what they technically are. But there's like different versions of fentanyl. I can't think of what the word is. The word's not coming to me right now. But there's like a different ones like carfentanil and like just like different
drug classes or like
no, not classes. It's like different like what is the word? Derivatives, I think maybe is the word. No, it's like different derivatives of the same drug. So basically, like, they basically take the drug. Like, okay, think about pharmaceutical companies. There are a lot of different pharmaceutical companies that kind of sell the same thing. What makes different companies be able to sell the same drug is because they might add an extra proton or an extra like atom or molecule.
That's how they do generics a lot of times.
to make it different, but really it's the same thing. That's kind of how the different like derivatives of fentanyl are, where it's like it's still fentanyl, but it's like fentanyl with an extra carbon on it, or it's fentanyl with an extra like hydrogen on it, something. You know what I mean? Like so it's like there are so many different versions of it out there that it's like that stuff really, like you say, it will put you down. Like that stuff is not to be played with. So the fact that is what she OD'd on, I was like, ooh, honey.
But it's a lot of things. They're late. Like, everybody's getting fentanyl laced with their stuff. So it's like that's I'm like I'm not saying condone doing drugs, but like if you're gonna do it, watch who you getting it from, because like
I feel like
everybody
you getting it from probably don't even know what's in it. They just the mule. They just pushing it. They ain't the ones making it. They don't know.
Listen,
that's wild.
This isn't why I don't do drugs, but
this isn't why.
It's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't do drugs.
It's a part of the reason.
That's
but
so wild.
This is the main reason.
But they said that she's in rehab now. She's been in rehab for, I think, maybe a week or something like that now. So she's been in rehab for a little while. And they said that she has not had contact with anybody, I think maybe except like her parents and stuff like that.
And maybe a woman too.
And they said that they got rid of. So there's this, what I thought was interesting was that in the very beginning, somewhere along the way, I heard them talk about this friend that was like getting her or leading her down the wrong path or whatever. And they straight up said her name in one video.
Oh, they did?
I can't remember what video it was, but they said it was her assistant. I want to think her assistant's name is like Kelsey or something like that. I can't remember. But they said it was her assistant, and they show her picture and everything. And I can't find that video.
Yeah, because I need to see this.
But ever since that video came out, they just keep referring to this person as like the friend. And they won't say her name anymore. They don't say what her position is. But I'm like, but y'all already said it. So why y'all trying to cover it up now? But I don't think she works for them anymore. I think that she's...
I will hope so. You gotta go. You gotta go.
But what I thought was really nice about this is that, like, you know, like, how she had that friendship with, like, Selena Gomez. And I'm not sure if, like, where they are now. I know they made up, broke up, made up a couple times. But, like, Selena Gomez's mom reached out to her.
Really?
And wanted to make sure that she was okay. And I'm not sure if she, like, sent a video or something like that, but she was like, I hope you're okay, Demi. I want to let you know that I'm like still your mom too. I want to let you know that I'm still looking out for you. So it's like, even though like the daughters aren't really on good terms, she's like, I grew up with you. Like I know you, and I really hope that you're okay. And she was kind of like trying to push back all the negative comments because people were like, "Oh, you made this song."
Oh my gosh! Did you hear what Keemstar said?
No, what?
Oh my gosh, he said something like, I don't remember what he said, but he said something to the effect of like, drugs are for losers, and I don't hang out with losers and junkies. Basically saying that, like, she put out her apology saying, like, this is an illness and something I have to deal with the rest of my life, and I'm working to get better, blah, 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 blah. And he came back on Twitter and said something like drugs are for... I don't think he added her.
Oh.
But I don't remember. I really don't remember. But it was like, whatever he said,
like
you knew it was about her.
her.
Yeah. He was just like, drugs are for losers. And then he came back and was like, well, I used to be addicted to drugs, and now I'm not. So that's how
you were saying you were a loser then, now you're not a loser.
It's like I'm allowed to say that junkies are losers because I used to be a junkie. But it's like, even still, like, for him to completely dismiss the idea that drug addiction is a mental illness, for him to just say, like, it's a choice, like he Kanye West or something, like whoa. Like, mental illness, drug addiction go hand in hand. So to completely dismiss that, knowing that she actually does have a have a mental illness, which is bipolar. Yeah. Who knows what else? She had an eating disorder. Which is also a type of mental illness.
Like some other things going on.
Yeah, so it's like, for you to completely dismiss the idea that drug addiction is also a form of a mental illness is so, like, not okay. Like, I don't even have the words to express, how crazy it is for you to say that, for you to just be so dismissive of that. Like, that to me is wild, especially, like, given the fact that this girl is in the hospital right now. You're just like, ha, you're a loser, get off of drugs.
I'm not surprised, because a bunch of people say it too. True. Like, I'm not surprised. He's not the
only
one.
But to say that, knowing that you have a platform, that you have followers, and that you're, this is something that a lot of people are gonna see. For you to put that out there in the universe is like not sending good vibes. And I think for that reason, like, I don't follow him, but it's like, I don't think I would want to follow somebody that's going to put out negativity and like blame the victim. Like I said, doing drugs, her decision to do drugs when she was 17, that was a choice. That wasn't necessarily a mental illness. But once you become addicted to it, at that point, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's out of your control, but it's not something that, you can't just tell somebody to stop doing drugs and to stop doing drugs. Like, it doesn't work like that. It's a mental thing. It's just like with eating disorders. You can't just be like, oh, you need to eat, or oh, you need to stop throwing up. Like, it's a mental thing. Like, it's like, you're not in their shoes, and even if you've been in that place before, yes, you got out and you got help, and, you're better now, but it's like, you didn't just wake up one morning and be like, I'm not going to do drugs anymore. You just stayed sober forever. Like, she did a good job at staying sober for 6 years. And, now, it's kind of a down.
Slip,
but we're going to work on, we're going to get...
what was it, Lindsay Lohan? She had a couple of slips. But now she's, like, on it. She's doing...
She is?
Yeah, she's
better.
Yeah, she's about to buy
Same thing with Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
She chilling.
Right.
Josh was like, oh, she's doing great.
Oh, yeah, he did say that. He did say she's fine.
It's like... She's about to buy an island, Lindsay Lohan.
She has a club and stuff overseas.
She's about to call it Lohan Island.
Y'all just know everything.
Yeah,
well,
and
I low-key, like, stayed up till, like, 2 o'clock in the morning. I went into, like, this downward spiral of, like, non-stop Lindsay Lohan interviews, like a psycho. I'm
just kind of addicted to Lindsay Lohan. I always have been.
It was just, like, it was like a deep, dark tunnel that I just couldn't get out of.
I just found her to be such an inspiration, not because of, like, all the things that she's done, but, like, the fact that she has all those things and people, like, constantly went in on her and like she's been on interviews where like people like Wendy Williams and like other people have interviewed her and have bashed her during these interviews. And to take all of that and to still grow from it and to still become like this person today,
don't let it define you.
Like, that's so inspiring. Like, she got on another interview, I think it was with Wendy Williams, and it was like her third interview on there. And she was talking about how like she's about to buy this island, how she has that club, and like what she's up to now. She's like, like I have a house in New York. I go back to New York to visit my family, but I really just stay in Dubai. Dubai, you're not allowed to have any type of paparazzi, so I'm there chilling. Wendy Williams tried to make a shot at her. It was like, oh, do you really think it's like smart to own like a club?
Given the fact that you have like a substance.
Yeah, and then she goes, well, I run the club. I don't drink while I'm at the club. I'm at work, and I treat like I'm at work. And she kind of like turned that around really quickly. And it was like, she's such a professional person. So it's just like, I like that. Lindsay Lohan. I'm not even sure if she's married. I don't think she is.
She's not.
Listen.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it right now.
Listen.
All right, guys, that is the end of this video.
Stop.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed the video, that you give it a big thumbs up. What should they comment?
I'm going to DM you my number.
Comment down below your thoughts on Demi Lovato.
And subscribe.
Yes. Bye, guys.